guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be focused on my 12 Habits in 12 Months video series that I started at the beginning of 2019. So if you guys haven't seen the other ones, I'm going to go ahead and link that in the cards right here so that you guys can check it out. I'll do the playlist right here. This habit was making sure that I had a frozen meal in my freezer for every single day of the week. Before that weekend was over, I would have those planned and ready, well, not planned, actually implemented and done in my freezer. So Monday morning when I woke up and got ready for the day, I could just grab one of them and go. I also like to have choices, of course, so I have at least 2 different kinds. My goal would be to have 4 or 5 different things to choose from. So I'm going to make a really bold statement right now. I believe this habit was life-changing for me, and I'm going to get into why further on in the video. First of all, why did I choose this habit? You guys know I have been on a weight loss journey, and I have been trying to lose almost 100 pounds. So I've already put out a few videos. I'm going to go ahead and put that playlist here and link it below as well, where I talk about my weight loss journey. I have like 3 or 4 videos I've done on that. And I know that the best way to lose weight is to plan what your food is going to be for that day. Each day, every day. So when you work full time, that's really hard because the options are bringing your food with you or going out. I work at a school, but our school doesn't have a cafeteria. So it's a small school. So those are my 2 options. And eating out, you can choose to eat healthy, but it's really, really easy if you are not really focused on eating really, really healthy. It's very easy to thwart all efforts and eat something you shouldn't eat. And at the end of this video, I've told you guys in some videos before that I'm going to do some updates throughout. This one's a perfect video for me to do an update on my weight loss journey. So stay till the end and I'll tell you what's going on and where I'm with that right now. So if my lunches are not highly satisfying, then I tend to want to munch on things throughout the day, even sitting at my desk. So when I go to get my lunch in the morning, I will grab my meal and then I will get fruit to go with it and probably some kind of cut up vegetables to go with it, or a little side salad to go with it, which is kind of the same thing as cut up vegetables, just all mashed together. So that's my lunch and it's perfect. It makes me feel satisfied all day. Some of these I have shown you guys in some of my other videos. In fact, I've probably talked about all of them, but I am going to go over pretty much, I think there's 4 or 5. I think there's 4 things that I pretty much rotate at any given time that I have in my freezer. Right now, I have 1 or more of all of them. Can't even tell you how happy it's like I look at it and go, all that work and yay, I don't have to think about it. And all of those done means I don't have to do any cooking for my lunches for like 2 weeks because I only use these when I'm at work. So that's 5 days a week unless I take a day off. So, it's wonderful. I love it when it's all done in there. So these are my 4 meals that I have on any given time. The first one is a lemon chicken. You guys know this thing. I have done a video on it. I'm going to put it right here so you know. I've given you the recipe. Love this. I will always have this. So, and I should say, down below is a link to a Google document that I have made that has made it available to you guys. In that Google document is going to have the recipes I'm talking about, if it's a true recipe. Some of these aren't really true recipes, they're just things that I prepare. So that will become apparent in a minute. So if it's a recipe, the recipe will be in there. And I even included a shopping list so that, a check-off thing that you guys can just go ahead and take that with you and check it off that you have those things. So that's below and I had it available to you for free, of course. So go ahead and grab that from the description below. Okay, so back to the lemon chicken. The lemon chicken is one of my favorite things. My family actually loves it as well, and it's amazing. It just tastes good. It's a crock pot, so it's easy. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I've done an entire video on it, so you guys can check that out. So it is Wednesday, and I have 0 meals cooked in my freezer because I ate them all for lunches throughout the last couple weeks. And yes, I have no makeup on. I just exfoliated my face and I'm so red. So please excuse that. But it's a Wednesday afternoon. I happen to be home for a different reason from work. And so I decided to go ahead, if you can hear it behind me, I decided to go ahead and at least make my chicken recipe. And then hopefully later tonight I will make some meatballs or meat rounds. Turkey ones, and it would be a disaster for me to not have anything. Like, there is nothing in my freezer. So that really literally scares me because I start to think about, oh, I could just stop at McDonald's or I could do whatever. It's so not what I want to do, and that's the whole purpose of making time on the weekend to go ahead and get things prepared so I am not in that situation. The second one is turkey meatballs, or I call them turkey rounds. Those are using turkey breast that is 100% turkey breast and is 99% fat-free. So that is 0 points on Weight Watchers. So that's huge to me. So these are yummy. I will tell you, my family, they don't like it that much. I think they're really good. So I've kind of perfected the recipe. Again, it's in that Google document that I've shared with you guys. The third one is turkey chili. And that's the one that I've kind of like slowed down eating throughout the summer months. I love it. It tastes amazing. At least I like it. But it's a heavy meal, whereas in the heat of the day, like, turkey chili just doesn't sound appealing to me. You know, come the cooler months, that sounds amazing to me. Now, I will eat it if it's the only thing that I have left, but usually it's the last thing in my freezer, just because I'm not interested in eating it at that time. So that one's not really a true recipe. I literally do the little packet. I buy chili packets anywhere. Like, I'm not like married to one single brand. I don't care. We've gotten them from Aldi, we've gotten it from Giant, from Wegmans, all of the different ones. Acme, we don't care. The store brand, the McCormick, we don't care. I usually, or my husband does all the grocery shopping. I know you all are jealous over that, but he does. He likes to do it. He will buy whatever brand is on sale, is what he basically does. The last thing we always have in our freezer is cut up chicken breast. And so whenever we are having chicken for dinner, like grilled chicken, we always grill, we meaning my husband, always grills 2 to 4 more chicken breasts than we need. And we cut it up and we put it in little baggies. And that is one of the last things I'll grab because we always have it. Unless I have a big salad that we had the night before, I will put that in a container and then I'll grab one of those bags and I can add the chicken to the salad. So I always have that. I always dip that in barbecue sauce, anything like that. Makes it easy. It's still low in points, even with the barbecue sauce, because I don't use a lot. I use only a tiny bit just to get the flavor. And it's my go-to. So that is almost always in our freezer, and that's more on my husband because he's the one who does that. So the 3 that I'm always making is the meatballs, the chili, and the lemon chicken. And sometimes if we are grilling a different kind of chicken breast, like we did some kind of different seasoning or a sauce in it or something like that, I will cut that up and I'll put that in a container. I won't put it in the baggies to put on salad because it's usually got a different flavor on it that wouldn't go well on a salad. And I'll eat that. That'll be something I can eat later in the week frozen, and that makes me happy as well when I have extras added in there. So one of the things that makes this process really, really easy is to make sure you always have the ingredients that you want always on hand. So as soon as I take like the chicken breast out of the freezer and I'm going to start making my lemon chicken, that ingredient goes on, and whatever ingredients go with it goes on our shopping list, that if I've run out of one of the other ones that I need. So my husband always knows when he goes grocery shopping, I'm gonna need that. Or the turkey breast. I usually keep 4 packages, which I think are about a pound each, always in the freezer. So if I've used them, I'll always say, oh, put that on the list. I always want to make sure those are on the list. Chili packets. And I'm gonna, in that Google Doc are the ingredients of everything that you're gonna need, even if it's just the packet. I have listed every single thing you could ever need to do this. Also, these recipes that I'm making, all of them make between 4 to 6 servings per lunch. So that's what makes it so that I have so many in my freezer. I'm not just making 1 serving. So when I do my lemon chicken, it usually does 4 to 5 lunches. And it depends because some chicken breasts are bigger than others. And so obviously it could stretch out to more of 5. If they're on the smaller side, 1 chicken breast will be my entire lunch. And then I add a vegetable and a fruit to go with it. So the chili, that one could make up to 7 to 8 servings. And sometimes I'll do smaller ones. Sometimes I will have just a small thing of chili, and I'll also have a pretty big salad with it. And that's my lunch for the day. So that works, that makes a ton. The turkey meatballs, that one will do around 5 or 6 servings. You know, it depends on how many meatballs that you feel satisfied eating in a lunch. I have never made all of these meals in one weekend. It's just too much cooking for me. I hate to cook. I'll just tell you right now, I hate it. So I just want to get it done. So I usually, if I'm doing the meatballs, I'll usually do the chili at the same time because chili's easy. You dump it all in one thing after you've browned the meat and it just simmers for a while. The meatballs take time. You gotta put them in a ball. I flatten them, actually. They're meat rounds because I make them round and then I flatten them, and if they're flat, they cook faster. And so that's what I do. And then you have to do a few in the pan at a time. And so it's labor intensive that way. So I'll do 2 of those at the same time. The lemon chicken, once it's in the crock pot, it goes for 2.5 hours basically, and you're done. You cut them up, you put them in a container, and you're done. So I don't normally do all of it at one time. It's just too much cooking for me. I want to apologize about something. I did not, and you may have noticed, maybe you didn't, that I did not do this habit series for the month of April or May. And there were so many reasons. April was April was organizing one thing every single day in the month of April. So I had grandiose ideas. And then when I actually got to that month, first of all, I was crazy busy because of my life, and I should have thought that through. The thought of organizing something every single day and filming it and editing it was so overwhelming that I just could not even think about it. Plus, I needed to put out other videos that I posted every week. So I just was like, okay, I just can't do that, and I just had to let it go. And sometimes working in balance of your life, you choose to let go of some things, and that was the thing I chose to let go. The month of May was supposed to be me walking with my husband 3 or 4 times a week. Our house backs up to a township park. And so it's very easy for us to go for walks. It's beautiful, it's serene, it's not very busy, and we totally enjoy that. But that month was crazy busy. There's so many things, and my husband was out of town a lot of it. So it didn't work. That and weather just did not cooperate. Forgive me, but we're going forward with June. And I did do this one. Like I said, it was life-changing. So I'm gonna go into my update because it kind of correlates with this whole habit. So for those of you who are new, I do an update on something. Maybe I talk about a video that I did before. So usually it has nothing to do with the current video, but this time it kind of does. As I said before, I have been on a weight loss journey that I started at the beginning of 2018. So it's been about 1.5 years, and it's been hard. I I don't know, anywhere between 85 to 100 pounds to lose. I did a video where I lost 50 pounds, and I already put that in a link for you guys below. So that one explains all the things that I did to get to that. And I am on Weight Watchers, but I did some other things and some tips and things like that. So it's a really good video to watch. Since I did that video, I have not lost substantial amount of weight since then, which is really hard to say. But here is the key, and that's why I believe this habit has been life-changing. I have not gained 1 pound, not one. Why is that so different? When I have been on weight loss things before, diets, if you want to call them that, well, they are that, but I have always gone off of it and gained all the weight back. Like as soon as I was done, or if my mind shift changed, I don't know, I would start eating normally and I'd go back. I have not done that, and I am so proud of myself for that. Now, would I like to say I lost the rest of the weight? Of course I would, but I'm just not there yet. And when I say this is a weight loss journey, it is absolutely a journey. It has ups and downs, and you've got mountains and you've got oceans to go through. And man, if I went over the mountains and through the oceans, I probably would be at my ideal weight loss, but I'm not. So I have lost some more, but I haven't lost very much. And so that's been discouraging, yes. But I am not letting it get me down, and I'm not letting it stop me from going forward. I believe one of the biggest reasons that I have not gained weight is because I have maintained eating healthy during this whole thing. And the lunch portion is a huge part of that, because I can control. If I do not have that control over the food that's been put in front of me, and I allow, I go to fast food, or if somebody's brought in something for all of us to eat at work, then I'm going to gain all the weight back, and I just don't want to do it. You do not want to do that. If any of you are on this journey, I encourage you, you do not want to do that. So I think that having meals at hand has been the life-changing thing. And obviously there's other things. Obviously I'm not just doing lunch and then all my other meals are crazy. I've gotten control of what I eat for breakfast, and that has been great. And my dinners are pretty much what they need to be. The weekends are always the hard part. And I think that's what's sabotaging my weight loss right now. The weekends, well, I have sabotaged my own diet. Like, I can't blame anybody else but me. The buck stops with me. So, but weekends are hard, and the evenings are hard because I just get the munchies, and it's so hard. But I am proud of myself for not gaining any weight. So I wanted to update you guys on that so that you guys know. I will continue to update you if things change. I am trying to get back to what I was doing and really control the other aspects. Prayer is needed. So, all right, guys, I hope that this habit was helpful to you. I am in the middle of July right now, and I am continuing that too. I am controlling the habits. So July's habit is planning each night what I want to accomplish the next day. So making some goals for what I want to accomplish the next day and writing those down, and then implementing them and getting them going. So I don't normally do that. I kind of make big goals, and I kind of just go and do a to-do list. This is different than a to-do list. So I will get into that a lot more when I do that video, but I am in the middle of it, so that's been fun. If you guys have any questions or comments, please go ahead and put those below in the comment section. I love to talk to you guys there. If you got any help from this, a thumbs up is a great compliment to me. And I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.